Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul coming out with another video, man. Hey, first and foremost, I just want to thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. Continued support, man, with this channel. I love just seeing these comments, the people that reach out to me in my inbox, the ones that reach out to each other, that show that love and support to one another, man. Truly appreciate y'all, man. Let's keep it going. I made this video here, and I'm going to title it something like Louisville Legends, man. Louisville Legends. If y'all don't know by now, the 502 is the area code. The 502 in my name is the area code for the area that I live in, Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky, man. In Louisville, Kentucky, a lot of people, when they hear Kentucky, they think about the country, they think about horses, they think about the Kentucky Derby, they think about bourbon, they think about all this, countrysides and rednecks and all this stuff, man. But Louisville is like its own state within itself. I'm going to tell you that. Anybody who you meet from Louisville, and if you ever meet somebody who says Louisville, you know they're not from Louisville. Everybody from Louisville pronounces it exactly how I'm saying it. So if you know anybody from Louisville, man, they are not country folks. They are not country folks. They would tell you that Kentucky is its own little area and Louisville is its own area. We're like the outlier, man. We are the major city within Kentucky. And there are a lot of famous people from Louisville. A lot of famous people from Louisville. So I thought it would be pretty cool to do this video and kind of bring these people to light if you did not know that they were from Louisville, Kentucky, man. I'm just going to go through different athletes from here, just a few of them. I'm not going to make this a really long list because I could go on and on and on. I was looking up people actually for this video prior to making it, and I saw just a long list of people who are from Louisville, man. It's a very long list of people who have become very successful in their own right. And I hope to be mentioned amongst those names as, I continue to put in work and, just move forward and continue my success with this YouTube channel and in the community and whatnot, man. So I'm going to go through some different athletes. I'm going to go through some rappers. I'm going to go through some actors even, man. I found a couple of actors there from Louisville. I had no idea, actually. I heard it before, but never really looked into it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into number one. And I got to make this man number one because he is the biggest celebrity by far to come out of Louisville, Kentucky. And that is the GOAT, Muhammad Ali, y'all. The greatest of all time. All the boxers, if you're a boxing fan, they always look up to Muhammad Ali. They always mention Muhammad Ali. Anybody who's anybody. I don't care if you're Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, whoever it is. If it's these younger dudes is coming out, everybody's going to mention Muhammad Ali. He's known as the greatest of all time. If the GOAT in basketball is Michael Jordan or LeBron James, I know some people will debate that back and forth, or maybe even Kobe. The GOAT in boxing, hands down, Muhammad Ali, man. He comes from Louisville, Kentucky. He's also, he went to the same high school as I did, Central High School. I remember my father telling me stories about how my father grew up in the projects, certain housing projects, and how Muhammad Ali would come to the projects, man, and do magic tricks for the children, and he would talk to them, and sometimes he would speak about, Islam and whatnot, but, He was just a very, very intricate part of the community here in Louisville. He was the big mouth in boxing, but he also meant so much more than just boxing, man. If you just ever look into his life and the legacy that he has left here on this planet since he passed away, man, it's just amazing. If you would have seen the funeral procession that happened inside the city when they drove the limousine around the city, just all the people running down the street, throwing flowers on the car, just, shouting out their love. I've never seen a funeral procession like this in my life, man. Y'all got to look him up, Muhammad Ali, if you're not familiar. Next on the list, man, is Rondo. Or Rajon Rondo, whoever you want to pronounce it, man. I remember back in high school when Rajon went to the league, man, and he was playing for the Celtics, man. It's like everybody turned into a Celtics fan, myself included. He was just like a phenom, man, on that basketball court. Watching him play and the way that he handled the ball and just dominated the game during that time. And he's still playing right now, but, you know, he's a Louisville legend for this reason, not only because he went to the league, but because he also was very, very heavily involved inside of our community, man. He has Camp Rondo, where he goes and, you know, provides opportunities for the youth. It's a basketball camp for the youth. He also just does a bunch of different things within the community. You'll see him going out and supporting different businesses, supporting different events, just showing his face, man. He did not go to the University of Louisville. He went to UK, which is another school that I went to, but we would have loved to have him for sure and for certain if he would have came. But, man, Rajon Rondo, by far, Louisville legend, man. We're going to stay in the same vein. I want to just get all the athletes out the way first. I just got a couple more. Just stick with me, a couple more. And then we're going to move on to what a lot of people may be interested in today's world. We got quite a few rappers from her as well, especially some big names right now. So next in the athletes would be D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell, he's younger than me, so I wasn't there, but he went to the same high school as me as well, Central High School. He did not graduate from there, but he started off playing basketball there, and then he went on to a private school. But it's just cool to know that, you know, a lot of these big names have, if not went to the same high school as me, which is in inner city within downtown of Louisville, like right on the border of downtown and the west end of Louisville. If they didn't go there, then they definitely made their way through there. Central is just one of those schools where you got to stop through, man. You got to stop through and show your support. It's an inner city school right there in the heart of downtown on the cusp of the West End. And we've seen a lot of famous people, not only from Louisville, but outside of Louisville who came through there, man. Sad note, I remember when Pretty Ricky, if y'all remember the group Pretty Ricky, I remember when they came down to their school when I went there, man, and the girls just lost their mind. I remember sitting inside a class and all the girls ran out. They said Pretty Ricky's outside. All the girls ran out to go see Pretty Ricky, man. But I'm jumping off topic here, man. Let me keep on with this. Another athlete, Devontae Parker, man. Devontae Parker, he was a standout receiver at the University of Louisville, standout receiver for Miami Dolphins. That's who he got drafted to, and I believe now he's playing for the Patriots. But, man, I put Devontae Parker in here because he's one of those kids who we seen just build his way up, you know, from the bottom up. I went to elementary school with Devontae, middle school. So these are, you know, he was a little bit younger than me, so he wasn't in my, you know, my group of people who I hung out with, but I was able to spend time around him later on in life, and he was just an amazing athlete, man. I'm so happy to see him doing his thing, putting on for the City 502. Now, I'm going to come out of, let me also say Corey Peters as well. Corey Peters, he's actually, I think he's in like his 12th or 13th year now in the NFL. Another Central boy as well. Definitely doing his thing. I think he played for the Falcons, he played for the Cardinals, and he's playing for the Jaguars right now. Really doing his thing, man. It's hard to say in any major profession like that for, you know, over a decade, especially in the NFL, which is extremely physical. So shout out to Corey Peters, man. He definitely motivated a lot of the kids who was coming from Central that wanted to be something as far as athletes were concerned. Now, let's get into the rappers, man. Let's go ahead and get into the rappers. First and foremost, who I want to mention from Louisville, Kentucky is Bryson Tiller, man. Bryson Tiller. Tiller, not only is he a very talented artist, but he's also a Louisville legend for this reason. He spearheaded this new age of artists that we're starting to see in Louisville. He was the one in my generation who gave others hope that they can make it. We hadn't seen anybody from Louisville really blow up in my generation or around my generation for a very, you know, it had been such a long time since we've seen anybody really take off, man. Somebody else who came ahead of him, I'll mention him later on, you know, he was the main person who really kicked it off. But Bryson Tiller from the Trap Soul album, man, love the Trap Soul album. Just the whole 502 come up movement that he did. man, he just really opened up the door. He kicked down the door for these other artists. Not only that, but he does where he goes and buys groceries every year. You know, around the holidays, he buys groceries for people inside the community. He'll just show up at Kroger or whatever and, you know, just buy people's groceries. Also, I believe he's from the South End. I know he went to Iroquois High School, so he'd be from the South End of Louisville. There's a park. It's not necessarily, I wouldn't call it Iroquois. It's more like Shavley area. But it's a park that's like down the street from there. It's Wyandotte Park. I used to actually go there a whole lot when I was younger, when I lived over that way. And that was like where the real hoopers went to play basketball. And I always remember them having these raggedy rims and whatnot, man. A few years back, I can't remember exactly when, but I know he paid to have that whole court redone and have, you know, for them to kind of modify, make it more, you know, kind of renew the area. You know, modify it, make it more new, and give the children and the community a good place to play some ball at, man. So shout out to Tilla, 502 legend for sure, man. After that, man, I definitely want to go to Jack Harlow. Man, Jack Harlow is another young dude, one of them ones that came in behind Tilla, just really doing his thing, man. Shout out to Jack Harlow. When he first came out, I wasn't the biggest fan, I'm going to be honest, when he first came out. I wasn't really feeling some of his stuff, but he has perfected his flow, his craft so much in a short amount of time. I like a few songs that he has out. It's one album I can't think of in particular, but you know, he got some real bangers. And above that, what makes him a Louisville legend is he's always putting on. He's always shouting out Louisville. He's always shouting out 502. He's always bringing people here. I know this past Kentucky Derby, last year, man, he brought Drake, Drewski. Drewski, the comedian, hangs out with him a whole lot, man. I'm not really sure what part of the city Jack Harlow's from. I heard him shout out Eastern Parkway at one point, but I don't know if he was just saying that or he was, you know, I assumed that it would be somewhere around there, but I'm not really sure. But either way it goes, he does a lot for the community. He's always putting people from the community inside of his videos. He's always doing things to put on for Louisville, man. Certified Louisville legend for sure, man. He brought Drake to the city. People was losing their mind when Drake came to the city, man. But that's Harlow for you. Another one on the rapper tip, man, ESTG. ESTG, another one, man, he goes super hard. I don't, you know, some things personally I don't really get behind that he says just because he rap about certain stuff that, you know, I'm gonna just be honest, in particular the whole fentanyl thing. I just don't get behind those kind of lyrics because I know personally people who have overdosed and died on fentanyl use, or you know, having their drugs cut with fentanyl. So I don't really get so much into that. But as far as talent goes, man, this boy is hard. He got raps for days. He's very lyrical. If you listen to his music, very talented. He works with all kinds of people inside of the rap community. But also, man, this man puts on for his community. He puts on for his community. He puts on for the city. A lot of times he'll mention Louisville, or he'll mention certain, you know, little areas inside the city and whatnot, certain people he'll mention inside of his song. So he does put on for the city. I know he got his own things going on within the city. I'm not speaking on that. I'm going to speak on the positive, but he definitely puts on for his area, man. Definitely puts on for Newburgh. If you ever hear him shouting out Pop 11 or going down Pop and all that, that's the street that's kind of like downtown. Our main street is Broadway. West End, downtown, the East End of downtown too. Main street is going to be Broadway, or one of, like, yeah, that's basically the main street. Out there in Newburgh, it's going to be like Papa Level, Indian Trail, Newburgh Road. But he's always shouting out these areas, man. Always shouting out his guys, EST, everybody shining together. He's doing his thing, man. Shout out to ESTG. I hope that he continues to grow inside of his career, continues to flourish and do for his community, man. I seen him doing like a giveaway. I think it was like a Christmas thing inside his community, man. That's very commendable. You can't hate on a dude who's taking care of his community, feeding his people, making sure everybody shines, man. I'm going to wrap up the musicians here. or people in the music industry with the #1 legend. Now, I know y'all done heard, in today's world, you heard Bryson Tiller. You're like, okay, I know Tiller. You heard Jack Harlow. I know Jack Harlow, or, ESTG. You might have heard these names, but one name that does not get mentioned as much as it should, and the one who really knocked down the door for Louisville when it came to music, man, Static Major. Static Major, a producer, man, did a lot of work for Aaliyah. If y'all remember Aaliyah back in the day, man. Beautiful young lady who lost her life way too young. Also, I believe one of his last songs he did was that Lollipop song with Lil Wayne. If you pull up that Lil Wayne video, Lollipop, that's Static Major inside that video with him. He produced that song. He's at the beginning of the video, he's picking up the chain, putting on the Kentucky chain. That is Static Major, man. He is a certified Louisville legend. Like I said, a lot of those names I just now named, they may not have came out or been able to break out of Louisville had it not been for him already kind of bringing that light in and just letting it be known that, hey, Louisville got something to say too, man. I'm going to add in just a couple of actors here. And these people, I actually just had to look up. I didn't know that we had these people from here, but Michael Rainey Jr., man. Michael Rainey Jr. is the little boy from, I guess he's a grown man now, but the one who played the son in Power. I don't watch Power. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't watch Power. But he's from Louisville. He was not raised here, but he's from here. Certified legend, man, because that show just goes crazy. I know everybody's into the Power Book 2, and all this stuff. Hey, he's getting it. So I wanted to shout him out, man. Another person I want to shout out here, I was very surprised, was Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is from a very wealthy area here within Louisville, the most wealthy area, I believe, within all of Kentucky. It's called Indian Hills. I had to write it down. Wealthy suburb. I don't think I've ever been there. I may have. I don't know. I'm just not familiar with that exact area. But she was an actor or actress in Hunger Games. That's what I personally know her from. She also played, I forget who the blue lady, I think it was Mystic, something like that, inside of X-Men. Forgive me, y'all, X-Men fans, but she played in X-Men. She played in Hunger Games. She's getting paid a nice amount of money, man. You look up Jennifer Lawrence, she's making some good money, making some good headway. She's not hurting for anything, man. But I did just want to run through this list because I want people to know that, Louisville is a very unique city, man. If you ever come here, if you want to look for a good time, you can find a good time. If you want to get yourself in trouble, there's plenty of ways to get yourself in trouble too. And everything that you're looking for, you can find it here, man. Like I said, we got some very beautiful parts of the city that you can go and you can be away from everything horrible. We got very talented people here as well. Like I just named, actors, musicians, different athletes. There's a lot of good talent that comes from here. But like I said, if you're looking for the bad stuff too, we got that as well. But I'm trying to keep this video positive, man, as much as I possibly can. But I just wanted to use this video to shine a light on the talent that we have here in Louisville. If I left anybody off this list that y'all know of, or if y'all have any comments or any kind of questions, because I have people ask me all the time, questions about Louisville. Is it country there? Is it this? Is it that? Man, I'm telling you, Louisville is like any other major city inside of the country, man. Like any other major city. You can look up stories, look up news clippings, and, see that this city is just like any other major city. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching this video. If y'all made it to the end, leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I got plenty of more content coming here soon. 502 King Paul. Till next time, I'm out of here.